Hello friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Sijala. In this session, we learn the scheme file in ASP.NET with C#. So first I share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can watch better way my video lecture. And here Microsoft Visual Studio Express for web edition is already open. And here connectivity, that website folder in already I open, and take in file menu new file, new web page. And first you can check here Visual C# if other VB is there, so that file is taking the VB coding. But here we can take the ASP.NET with C# and web form file is there. And here we can take to our some different forms. So like product, uh, we can say that details, and with apply the scheme file with this file. So product detail, product underscore detail, and I add, press add button, so that file is add. And here or fix the title of our web page, and then scheme, just so scheme skin skin file, that is our page, that title we have to goal of this session. Okay, so we cannot waste our time of designing. So here so many form I can develop, and I can shift my screen. Here test student is there some, so I just copy this panel, and table format is there, so we can benefit. And here uh, up to this all that 5 row, yes, so we cannot take button. I first 5 field I copy and paste to in this division tag. So we cannot waste our time in design part. So directly copy I one design format. And here that giving the error because we have to close that tag first, perfectly alignment. So here shifting, and then table tag is there. And here after last I close this tag. First we can perfectly our design, and then we can so first table tag over and then panel tag over. So now is all error is gone. Let us check. And here some shifting, yes, alignment, and control S. Okay, and I my screen taking to here, so you can take perfectly. Okay, so here we cannot student information. We can take the product. You can say that product detail or information. There is no any worry. And here first, yes, I save, and let us check how it's designed. First, we have to check. And here is a design tab is there. So yes, that takes some process. Yes, now is open. So here I first close our previous file when I take the design copy. So here I change that background color we have to not, because we can use the scheme file. So here I panel that background color first remove, first step. So here not required. After that we have to giving, but we can check our main panel, all panel format with not require, or scheme file apply. So how to create the scheme file and how to apply first my session of this. So here we can take first change or modify to our product first that ID, and we can take all text box. So I apply the simplicity as a text box control to scheme file. You can apply to any control in ASP.NET like calendar, edit, rotate, any control or control to apply the scheme file. Okay. So here simplicity I text box all. So product name, so I also change that here is a that ID I first change all text box. So here is a txt, so PID product ID, and then here name is perfectly, but here txt, txt PNM product name, yes. And then here is a gender, so gender we have to not take. So I remove this TD, and then taking new TD, and then we can take text box. Yes, all are text box. And here first I give the ID, and that is a product. You can say that price. Yes, okay, or cost, but price we have to take. and here label text also I give the price. Okay, so there are, yes, okay, and here run at server side is there and close the, yes. So now complete, and then here what to do, here department, all are these things, so I remove these all our two row, yes, that drop down list box and check box all are, so I remove these two line and only three field is there: product ID, product name, and product price. So I copy this row again, here copy, and then paste two times. So here what to fill is first, then we can quantity, so label, yes, 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 okay, quantity, yes, and TATY, yes, that spelling is correct or not. Yes, now I think okay, and here we can check tax QTY, that short form quantity. Okay, and here last that field is amount, so we can find the amount, and here I give the text box ID and txt amount AMT, yes, and that text box we cannot supply to our value, so I enable that false, so that enable is false. Okay, and directly design part, and then we can take one button, so here again TD and then TR and then TD, and then TD we can take scroll span 2. Okay, so that is only one button is there in that TD, so I take the scroll span, row span and scroll span, that is you have to know HTML, that control is there. So here ID BT submit, and then run at server side, and then text is a submit, so we can print, yes, and then some format, yes, I give the button, so button bold and true, yes, that button, and then we can take like font size also, and that take the like large, and then four color, yes, apply to four color, and then dark, and we can say that dark slat blue, yes, so that complete here. Yes, here our button, only one button, and then button we can print to our output also. So here after table tag I take one label, and then ID is a LBL answer or result, that type of, and run at server side, and text is a, you can say that output. Okay, and slash, so means br tag, but here table is there, so slash n is not required, so that type of blank, yes. So here, yes, all are white is there, I think, yes. Let us check any color is there anywhere. So width is there, yes, no border, yes, one is there. So table we can take two borders, so we can look better, and yes, all are well. So now, yes, first I print this coding, means all filled. So yes, here we can submit all our text box. So that is our goal. So that submit, yes. So here I just print all field, very simple. You have to know double text, yes. And here we can first ID, not and then plus txt PID dot text, yes, and then plus again, and then product name, so I give not prefix there, product txt name dot text, and then we can take we can say that our third field, and that is I think price. Okay, and then plus txt price is there, text. Okay, and then our quantity ty quantity, yes, and that txt qty is there, yes, and then our amount, yes, so amount we have to find, but we cannot take any variable, so here I take not, yes, but we can calculate, but text box we have to assign to directly, So amount or tax, yes. And where we can find that amount? So here we can take one variable. So that is we can take in, I think, float data type. Okay, and then that we can say that AMT amount. Okay, yes. So we can convert. Yes, first I take also all variable. So here I take like first price for P, and then quantity is I think integer, but we can take also float variable, no problem. So here I declare integer X, yes, and taking to our quantity field, yes, and then tax assign. So yes, perfect. And that is a tax, and we can assign to integer. So convert class we have to use compulsory to in 32, yes, and here I convert, yes, and then I take float, and then we can take like price for P, yes, and then again I use convert, but that time I can use to int. Int is not that, you can float, yes, if float is there. So F is capital float, yes, there is no any data type is there or that method. So 2 is there, yes, 2 double is there. So 2 double we have to, yes, 2 double is there. So we can use 2 double, there is no problem. And here we can take our price or tax. So we can take in our P variable. So yes, that double. So we have to use. So yes, a float, yes, range is there. So if there float is not there, yes, let us check. I think not. Yes, 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 yes. So decimal is there, float is there. Yes, all are, but not double is there. Float is not there. Double is there. Okay. So yes, there is no problem. We can take float or double as our variable price. So that float is not possible. So we can double. Yes, not class but data type. So here data type is there. Okay. So now is perfect. Yes, we can take the two double is there. Now is not any error, and we can double also now our amount AMT, and we can X multiply that P price. So that is our amount, and we can assign to our text box. So yes, our text box. So here we can assign. So txt, yes, and then amount dot text, and then directly assign to AMT variable. So but that is a double, and that is a text box. So we can need to typecasting. So two string is there. So yes, that perfectly, I think. Let us run first, and we can apply to our scheme file. Yes, that is our goal. That is, I just simplicity, I take one form. So yes, that run. Yes, some take process, because that first time we have to run our page. So just let us check what output and there all are. So product underscore detail ASPX file is there, and take some process. Yes, now I think complete. Yes, so that taking more time. Yes, now is running, and that I think no any error is there. Yes, now okay. So txt is not a label one. Yes, so unable find to, yes, some label ID is not there. So unable to find the control txt name is associated with label. Okay, so we can change some IDs. So we have to copy that time we alert. So here, what is a label and that ID? Yes, let us check that ID. So copy time we can alert, but here, yes, what is a, yes, here is a associate. Yes, here we can use associate. So here again give the ptxt name. So associate, what is a use of in label control, that property I can revise. So associate control ID is a use for which label work for this label which control for. So here that text box, and that ID we can assign. So I can change this txt to ptxt. So then giving the error. So yes, now we can check our all designing if anywhere associate is there, so hurdles. Okay, no, only I can give only one that name used. So I save again and then run. Yes, so first stop debug and run. Yes, so now that running. Yes, so that is a taking time. So anytime that more taking time, so we can understand some error is generated. So now is perfectly that run, no any error. So now I give the one and then pen our product name. Yes, here product information is there. So price is like I give price we can give in float. Okay, 12.50 or 55, there is no problem. And quantity we can give the 5 and I tab. Yes, but amount is we can calculate in the direct. So I also you can calculate in that text box. So I submit. So yes, we can, yes, here some difficulty. So that tax is remaining. So that control name is print and amount is perfectly. So /n is provided. Yes, and some changes is required. So yes, our perfect here we can provide the all our BR tags. So that is taking new line. Yes, here. Okay. So that is a, I think perfectly. Yes, and here in that last, but here, and that quantity is not print. So here text is remaining. Here control name is print. So dot text. So you can understand if control name that namespace or package is print. So we can forget to our property name text. Okay. So just let us check all our text. Yes, here is text. Here is text. All our text box for simplicity. Yes, and one important, yes, here our text box, that is a, I just look in the design part. So whenever user enter this here, I double click. So for stop debug, and here I double click. So that text change we can calculate to our amount. So directly, yes, I cut and paste to here. So whenever user enter that amount, let us what effect of this coding. So whenever user enter the quantity, that time our amount is appear. Yes, that is a goal. So let us check. Yes, now is appear, and here I give one and pen product name and 12.75, yes, rupees. Okay, and here give the 5 only simplicity, and I change. Yes, so whenever we can shift. Okay, so that is not perfectly. Text change event is, yes, after I think not work. Yes, now it's work. So that takes some time, but now perfect product name, quantity. Yes, here one /n is required. Otherwise, all are well. Okay. So text change we can what do one property on. So that time automatically, yes, that is remaining. So what to do? So I first stop debug, and here that text box is a where. So that is a quantity. Yes, quantity or text box we can text change, and but that is a web technology. So here we can what to do. So first I shift my screen here, and here we can auto post back on. Then and then that is automatically post backing. So our quantity at a time that display, and here we can enable disabling manually like here. Okay, so I remove this, and our page load event is there. So yes, here coding part. So page load event, I disable this text box to direct coding. So amount dot enable and false. So directly false in page load event. So there is no problem. And I save again, and let us run last time, and one remaining, one BR tag is remaining to here. Okay, no problem. So yes, that running. So yes, here is remaining BR tag, and here BR tag. Okay, I provide the BR tag. Yes, it's save, and then first I stop debug if running is there. So yes, I run again. Not running, so that run completely now. So all are well? Yes, let us check how it's run. Yes, now let us, I give one, yes, then pen again, and some different 55.95, that type of value, and quantity I give 5, and I just tab that at a time give the, that is a text change and auto post back on, then and then that value give and then submit. So all are perfectly well. So, and after you can clear all these things, but that not our session in this call. So all are perfectly, we have to print first designing and coding complete, and now turn to apply to scheme file. How to create the scheme file? Yes, so in file menu, I go and here first stop debugging, then and then our file, new file is open. So file menu, how to create the scheme file. Okay, so file menu and new file, and then here we can select the scheme file at the last, I think, yes, here is a scheme file. Okay, and here we can use the like all txt, that our name. You can not only text box, but you can use any control. So thus we cannot fix our text box, so you can also apply all other control. So all control I give that name, and skin extension is default provide. So first you can select the skin file, that is the step of how to create the skin file. So in file menu, go new file and select the skin file and give the file name and press the add button. That is a one message. Yes, so here you look, here is a not APP things, application things, that meaning. So here give the message, that warning, Microsoft is giving that message, warning is there, yes, no, or cancel. So your website attempt to special file things file to application website in generate you this type of item in your site. If you place in the application folder, do you want to place this file in application folder? Yes, you here you provide the yes. So what happened? Let us check. So here all control, that is our folder name, and all control dot skin file is appear. You can also take many skin file in one website folder. So here that comment line and giving the some guideline, default skin template, and that type of, and some grid view that also assign the skin file. Okay, so that is a how to create the skin file. First step we have to complete. Okay, now how to create skin file, but how to we can here coding means that skin file code. So that is a also remaining skin file. So here there is no any help is found. Here we cannot because we can take ourselves. So here I give like we can know ASP and T capital text box, text, and B capital box. So we can remember uppercase and lowercase. If you not idea, then what to do? So here you can go in your design part and take here, but in skin file ID here is ID provide, but in skin file ID is not required. Run at server side ID is not provide because that automatically take the ID of that page and apply to that appropriate control. So I think you can understand. So here we can provide the here I provide um, first run at, yes, you have to know very well, run at server side, and then value is a small, so run at, yes, and then here I back color. Okay, so background color, and that we can take like any color. Here we can take like yellow. Yes, so first letter is capital yellow color, and then four color, so F and C capital. So here we can take like blue. Okay, and then border we can provide the border style. Yes, so there is so many style, if you remember. So here I first take some above or scroll bar, so you can watch and full screen. So yes, so border is a, we can provide like dotted is there, and then border, yes, color, yes, and then we can take border color, and that is a by default is a red, but we can take some like red black is there, default is black, we can provide the red. So now close. So ID is not there here, main important point, ID is not applied. So now our skin file is ready. Okay, now how to apply this skin file to our web page? Yes, here is our web page. So now how to create that complete part and now how to apply. So here our page directory tags, so one theme attributes is there, and just you can equal sign. So our file name all control that skin file is appear just selected. So well, so that is a apply, that is a default skin file. So all our text box is the that formatting. Yes, any that mistaking in spelling mistake to here, so that not apply, giving the error. So let us check that perfect or any error is there. So that is a first uh, that point, default skin file, that name is a default. All text box is a apply to default. That background color, foreground, border color, okay, and border style. So yes, that is a redirection because we can run skin file is not run. So that is a perfectly. So I can run, but that not run. Master page skin file and CSS file is never run. So when we can try to run this file, so that is a default .aspx file is running. So now we can take to our product detail form and then I again. So first stop debug and then run. Yes. So that is a default skin file is running. So how to create skin file and how to apply. Yes, look that perfectly, no any spelling mistake. So you can remember that. Yes, so here I can remember and no any. Yes, here our blue color is a font color is blue. So here I give the like pens. Yes, PIL pencil, yes, and then that price is like 5.95. Okay, no problem. And here we can take 10 and just tab key I press. So directly that amount is displayed and submit. So that is a LS, that is a formatting I perfectly. So that is a default skin file. And now I highlights my like I price highlights. So I different setting of, and that is a skin naming skin file. That concept is a naming skin file. So how to set naming skin file? So I give new technique. So here you can also assign like I that is a benefit for you what to do. So here we can take one like text box control and here run it, not give the ID because we can shifting to skin file. So background color, I take some different. So here so many color is there. So here I can background color is there. So light and that taking pink. Okay. And four color. Yes. So four color I give, I shift my screen. Yes, here and some above. So you can watch. Yes. So now that four color is there. So here we can take some like so many color is there. Like give the ground, yes, four color. Okay, and then yes, here is the cursor. So border, yes, border, first give the style. So many style is there, and that time I give the like dash, yes, and then border color is there. So many color is there. I choice pickup color is also there, and here I use like yes, blue is so. Yes, I that border color is there, so we can highlights to our border. So blue is already. So like red color, yes, red color give the border. Okay, dash, and then completely yes. So here close your and that cut this text box. So here is a helping to you. So here is not help provide. So here you can directly setting your all property background, foreground or border and then paste. And one important property is remaining and that is a skin ID. Yes. So here I give the like our uh, uh, quantity or price. Yes, we can highlight our price. Yes, let us price I can give. So we can say that txt, we can say that price, but that is our id in that text box. So here we can say that different txt. Okay, so that is save. Yes, I save. And you can apply to the naming, that known as a naming scheme file. So how to apply here? Our price text box is there. Yes, and then here I can also give the scheme id, and I just equal, so our that id is displayed to here. Okay, so select and save and stop debug and run. So that is a second concept. Okay, so let us check how it's different to our setup. Yes, so that is a background. Yes, pins. So that is a highlighted. So different. Now I cannot give all the value, and so that is a naming scheme file. Second concept we have to complete. And yes, I give the product ID to local, means in this page setting. Yes, here our product ID is there. So here I give that here product text box is there, product ID, and here I provide some like back color. Here I provide like some different like light or that some gray or yes, what color? Yes, sea green. That okay, any, and then that four color. Yes, that four color are also supply, and so many color is there. So here I take the like yellow. Yes, no problem. So yellow color. Yes, and then border. Yes, border for style. Yes, and then I give the double. Okay, and then border style we have to provide. Yes, border color. Yes, and that I take some different color. So white and coral. Yes, so coral or shine is there. So coral, yes. So let us save. But that is a overwriting. Default skin file is not giving to our page setting. That ID is not setting to our local setup. So that is default skin file is a overwrite. So here, yes. So yes. So that is not applied. Okay. So what to do? So that is a third concept in scheme file, theme versus scheme file attribute. So here we can just change to theme to style sheet themes, that attributes name. Theme versus style sheet themes. So whenever our page any control set up to local, that time you can give this default scheme to apply our default scheme is override to our setup. So we can take that time our style sheet versus theme attribute. So that is a now our text box ID is product ID is a different setting. Yes, let us check. So yes, let us. Yes, so that is look. So here some coral and yes background yellow. That is a that is just you can also take some different. Not the coral is background perfectly. So yes, here we can give some different that background color is not looking better like that sea border all are well, but here is not perfectly. Yes, so I give some different color. So that is a third concept, style sheet versus themes. And here we can choose pickup color and that background take like shine color. So that is a looking better. Okay. Okay, now perfectly. So what is a difference theme versus style sheet themes? So themes is a uh, apply overwriting our local setup page setting. Here we can our product ID setting text box in local. This page means local means here we can setting. So that is a default scheme is override. So we can use that time style sheet. So theme versus style sheet attribute, that is a difference. And now fourth concept, and that is a enable disable. So here we cannot like our price not price is we can use. So our quantity we can take simple not any apply the things. So here what to do? So here every control and page level, that is one attribute, enable theming, like enable view state, every control and page also enable view state. So here that time enable view state, and that I give the false. So that is a not apply, but that is a name what's enable theming false. But our attributes is what in that is a style sheet. So that is a second difference, style sheet versus themes. So here our that style sheet themes is here, okay, and our attributes is a enable theming false, so that is not effect. Let us check. I run again. I stop first debug and run. So many time run and then checking. So that our quantity price that not apply to disable theming. That default theme is applied already. Yes, that quantity is as it is our previously. Okay. So what to do? So again, you can provide the style sheet to themes, because that name property is a disable enable theme false. So here we can quantity field. I just revise. So here our quantity, yes, here is there, and here enable theme false by default is true. So we can assign to false. So first time that compulsory attribute is theme, because that name is a enable theming false. So then and then work. But now what happened? Our product ID is overwrite again. So that is a difference between theme versus style same. That is second difference. So here I cover the uh, fourth concept, default scheme, naming scheme. Yes, look, here is a disable. Okay, so enable, disable theming, that concept name, and style sheet versus themes. So only one concept is remaining. We can register, we cannot individual giving this all these thing in the individual page. So what to do? So we can setting in web.config file. So I think you can understand. So here our web configuration file is there. So yes, where is there? Here last, yes, web.config file is there. Yes, and here system.web you have to find first that parent tag, and then page tag is there, and that also hold the themes and style sheet both attributes. So you can register that concept name is register scheme file in the web.config file. So here our web.config file, first I give the themes and our name here not appearing automatically, we can give the proper name. So all control I give that file name. So here is that all control dot scheme. You can give the file folder name, not how we can identify, because both are same, folder name and file name is extension, but folder name is never any extension. So we can say that folder name, and I save. So initially give the things and I remove here in our page. So I remove this. So I remove this attribute. So individual page we cannot set like 50 page in your website. So you can open all page and apply the themes. So 50 times you can open all one by one page and themes and select your theme. But you can register in web.config file only one time here, page attributes, that system.web and page that tag, and then theme attributes and apply to your folder name. And also you can style sheet themes. You have to know what is the difference. So enable theming, that time not that style sheet theme that not disable. And if we local page level, like here our product, we have to set the local formatting of text box. So here our product name, like we can provide some double and background yellow, and that is a not possible in theme. That time we can compulsory use is the style sheet theme. So just first I remove, just first check the register. Here we can remove, and let us check that apply or not. Web.config file we have to register. Okay, so let us check. Yes, so that is take some time, because web.config file, yes, we can, I think, save. So that also, if not save, that not apply. So yes, that is apply. We can remove that apply. And what is a benefit of this? We can also, let us check, take one new page. Yes, I take new page, new file means, yes, and that already open. I give not any, I give the our ASPX file, yes, and here we can give any name, like we can give like item. Okay, so product or item. So uh, item info. Okay, that type of new or web page. So I just shift and add, and I copy all our product design because we cannot waste our time. So here I can take panel and all these or panel all are okay, and copy and paste to item information in division tag. Yes, and remove like button we have to take event on click, but here we cannot take. So I remove this, otherwise they're taking error. Okay, so yes, all are well, and we cannot provide here also. So existing file and taking new file, all file that is a skin file is on. Okay, so yes, what yes yes, text change event we can also apply. So that is also we can remove because we can in our quantity field or amount we have to find out in text change event. So here is there. I also remove this event, otherwise taking the error. Post backing all are, I remove this. Okay, so I save, yes, and run again. So that is a copy, so that time be alert. So now that is a last concept. Yes, so let us check. So yes, that is a already, but here we can, here you can look our item information ASPX, that not product, but I give. So I just testing. We can take the new web page that is automatically on. That is my saying. We cannot taking this. That is taking new form. And also we can take our web.config file. Here our or disable enable is on, but our product ID is different. So what to do here? We can again taking the style sheet themes attribute is also, yes. So style sheet, I save this file and stop, and now we can run our product detail form. Yes, here is there. So I run this form, and also previously our new form, so that is also on. Yes, so we can run. Yes, so that is a that product ID that now taking the local setup, but quantity is a disable enabled by default, is default skin is applied. So that is a thing versus style sheet attribute. I second time repeat in our web.config file. So yes, so that is a here override because enable theming is not work because we can use the theme attributes. So then and then that time, okay. Otherwise, that is not disable your theme. So there are 5 concepts: default skin file, naming skin file, then theme versus style sheet theme attributes, and disable theming, how enable disable, and then register in web.config file. So yes, so that is a, now I just run first our all, and here we can like product name and price. So 25.98, yes, any price. So that is a some red color is there. And quantity, yes, I give only 10 simplicity, and tab. So that amount is directly because we can auto post back this text change event, right? And auto post back compulsory on. So that is display. Okay. So yes, and last point, enable theming. If you new page tag at that time we cannot apply. So I first enable to disable in this flow uh, our quantity text, but in directly in page. So here we can enable disable that attribute. Enable use status, enable themes. I can false here. So what to do? But here is apply. Why? Because we can use the style sheet theme attribute. So that is a applied, that not work. Theme, that attributes name enable theming, that false. So here that like item info. So what to do? We can, if new page we cannot apply to theme on. So here we again use the our same, that is second time I repeat. So here we can again use the theme, not style sheet in tab.config. I save and again run item info. So that is a not apply because we can in page level enable false. Yes, no I give. So what is a error? Yes, any mistake come. So enable false. Yes, that perfectly. Any other error is there? Yes, I think not Web.Config file properly. Yes, here is some. So here is there or things. Yes, that small t is small, so that is giving there. Yes, yes. So all are well. So here, so that error taking, and here now I run this. So just simple that t small is t, and here I type myself. So we can that property give the suggestion, so we can take that help. But scheme file giving the not help, so you can take the normal web page and then shifting. That is best technique to if not getting any error. So now, yes, that is, yes, here our page setup default, that text box that is a background color, all are appear, but scheme file is not applied because that is a page level setting. That is a on, but enable, disable, that non is a page disable theming. Control disable theming is possible, and page disable theming is also possible. So here I think 6 concept I cover in this session. So first is I just revise only concept. So before how to create. So in file menu, you can take the new file and take the skin file. Just select the skin file and give the name. Yes, so here we can select our product, and then here skin file after what to do. Here you can take care uppercase, lowercase, and type to yourself. If you not get the idea, so that is other way you can type to here in design sort in ASPX and not giving the ID skin file any control. That is a simplicity. I take the text box, so you can here type your requirement formatting, background, foreground, border, font style, all are these things, and then shifting to your scheme file. Okay. So here you can look not ID, and then how to apply. So just you can take here paid directory tag and enable things or style sheet themes. There are two choice apply, but here we can now at last register in web.config file here. So it is apply. Okay, all page that on existing, and you can take the new, but you cannot take in new. Then also possibility you can disable theming false, enable disable. So theme files, how to create and how to apply, then default skin file, naming skin file, you can take the skin ID. Yes, here our skin ID is there, second text box. So here we can take different txt ID, and which control you can apply this property default skin file, naming skin file. So here we can take the price as a different skin setup default formatting, and then style sheet versus themes we can check so many times. Okay, default we can set our here id like product id. We can set the property of so many background color or that okay, but that is a not apply in the theme attributes. We can apply the style sheet theme attribute, and disable time we can again use the theme attribute. So here we can in quantity field we can disable theming, control and page level both we can use. Okay, so disable theming, register in web.config file, very easy. Go in the web.config file, and that system.web, that is a tag, and then page is a sub tag tile, and then theme or style sheet theme. There are two possibilities. So yes, five concept: naming skin file, default skin file, naming skin file, theme versus style sheet themes, disable theming page or control level, and then register in web.config file. Okay. So I hope you can understand and enjoy this session, I think. And last time I ran this, our main product. Yes, I shift F5, so stop running mode. Yes, and that is give the last time running. So yes, or perfectly, yes. So now we can use the theme, so that quantity is a disable that theme, because we can set the control level and item info, that is a page level, we can also disable. And here we can take the computer. Yes, so that price is so big, so 5,000 is not 25,000, that type of, and like some 750 and some float 99. Okay, so same, and taking only two and tab, so that is amount consider and submit. So yes, subscribe my channel Ashok C. Jalaikardi. Press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting and sharing my video lecture. And Hare Krishna.